keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked. That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live. Welcome to the Dropshot, episode number 48. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined back again, as always, as usually, but not always, as it were, by my good friend Tanner. Tanner was absent on Saturday for whatever the fuck he was doing. So say hello to everyone. How was your trip?
What's going on, everybody? The trip was very nice. It was.
What did you do again?
Went up to the Sierras, the high Sierras, out of Bishop, California. Nobody knows where that's at, but figure it out. It's up near Mammoth, California. Went on an off-roading trip with my dad and like 6 other people. So that was fun. Camped a couple nights up there. Bunch of streams, bunch of lakes in that area.
You missed the best stream. See what I did there? Get shit on, idiot.
Yeah. I was upset that I wasn't able to even listen to it because I had no cell phone servers, but I did just finish the episode today.
What were your thoughts on it?
I enjoyed it.
Anything exceptional, unexceptional? Any other
Doug being
thoughts?
sauced was pretty good.
Doug being sauced was pretty good. It was quite exceptional.
I swear, every 5 minutes I hear him fucking cracking open a beer.
Yeah. Yeah, he got lit as fuck, for sure. Well, that's good. So you're back.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
a little
back.
sick, as it were, right? Did the COVID results come back positive yet? Because they're going to. So.
Well, I didn't get a COVID test. I have strep
irresponsible.
or... Okay. Well, I have none of the same symptoms, stupid bitch.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm just sore throat. Now I got a little runny nose. Just have a little cold or something going on. But so I may not talk as much tonight as usual. I took some ibuprofen, so my throat's feeling a little bit better now. But it's been hurting pretty bad all day.
That sucks. Yeah. Sore throats are the worst. I always say, dude, I would rather have like most sicknesses than a sore throat. Like diarrhea, stomach flu, vomiting. That's all better. Fever. That's all better to me than a sore throat. Sore throat is terrible because every second you're like, oh, here, I have to swallow now. And it's just a whole pain. I sympathize with adult film stars every time I get a sore throat. Any announcements on your end, Tanner?
I do. I came back from my trip, got service, and was welcomed to 3 offline subs. So Anchorman, Goated Oat, Survivor. Thank you for the offline subs. And then Snob did one, or no, it was Anchorman did one today. So Anchorman, Goated Oat, Survivor, and Snob. I really appreciate the offline subs, boys.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Well, Tanner, we are happy you're back. Saturday was, in fact, pretty nuts. We got quite a lot of feedback. That's a word on that episode. A lot of feedback. Apparently, I'll address this controversy. I don't know how it doesn't matter. I'll address this controversy that some people thought that it went without explanation what a Jumbotron is. Now, some people are upset. Or
a lot of people are upset.
A very small percentage of the listener base is very upset.
A lot of the listeners are upset.
And amused that I had to explain, or I thought I had to explain, what a Jumbotron is. And by the way, if you join the fucking Discord, you can see people leveling these concerns at me and making sure to tag me every time. They don't read the rules. It's fine. Whatever. But I stand by my explaining of a Jumbotron. First of all, like 90% of you listeners are in fucking Australia, and you guys barely have internet out there. So who knows if you have Jumbotrons in Australia? I don't fucking know. Right? That's a valid point, right? I don't know. And then some of you are in some other fucking Narnia faraway places that I don't know about. I don't know if you know what a Jumbotron is. And we all play Call of Duty. How many sporting events has the average Dropshot Call of Duty podcast listener been to? Probably 0 on average. The mode average. So read a book. So, yeah, I stand by my explanation of a Jumbotron. And if anyone didn't know what a Jumbotron was, they wouldn't come to the Discord and admit that. So, of course, we're not going to get any disconfirming evidence because those people are going to be embarrassed that they didn't know what a Jumbotron is. That's fine.
Yeah.
Look, and for those of you listening who did not know what a Jumbotron is, and you do know now, hey, look, dude, I'm your Jesus Christ. I'm your savior. I'm your scapegoat. I'm your whipping boy. I'm your martyr, okay? I'll take all the flack. I'll get made fun of. I'll get tagged in the Discord and made to look like an ass. And while you quietly sit in the corner and thank me before you go to sleep at night that you now know what a Jumbotron is. I'll take it, dude. Hey, I'll take it. So, wanted to get that out of the way. Doug will be back this Saturday as well, and it's going to be all 3 of us. I think our idea originally for Saturday was to like each give our 3 like best loadouts for Warzone or something. This is kind of a tentative idea. But what we had done, Tanner, because I wasn't sure how long that podcast was going to go, so I had another section in case we didn't in case the podcast was too short up until that point. Spoiler alert.
Too short.
It wasn't too short. So we still had a little section, and the section was a debate on whether or not MW 2019 is a shit game. So would you want to do one, the other, or neither of those topics, Tanner? Just you don't have to make a final decision now, but if you're leaning any which way at this moment.
I don't like the loadout idea. I don't know. I don't really care that. People should use whatever gun they do well with. I don't fucking care what gun you use, frankly. That's how I feel about that. So
what about the debate idea? Would that interest you, or?
I mean, we could do that. It's possible. We know you're just gonna shit on it, and then Doug and myself are gonna be more middle ground.
No, Doug is surprisingly not middle ground. That's why I thought it would be kind of interesting, because you're the middle ground. But Doug is very gung-ho, like this game is awesome, which makes me irate. It makes me furious. And I saw his notes for his points, which is kind of cheating. But he also knows all my opinions, so it's not really cheating. And I'm ready to, well, have it out. But we'll see. We're not decided. Either way, Doug will be here Saturday. It'll be all 3 of us. So Tanner will be here as well. So that'll be fun. Make sure you tune in.
Tune in.
We'll make sure to have Mrs. Young Douglas ply him with alcohol again for your guys' amusement. So keep that in mind. Pritch, 1,000 biddies, let's fucking go. You love to see it. Pritch, as always, I'm honored, humbled, and of course, privileged. Sir, I appreciate you, dude. That's very kind of you, man. Much obliged. Every goddamn stream. Chill out, but thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, crikey. All right, so a couple more announcements. We're almost done, so just settle the fuck down, okay? Just settle down. The Damascus Hangout is Friday. If you're a patron, if you're a Damascus patron, then make sure you link your Discord account and your Patreon account, because the Damascus Hangout is taking place in the Discord, and you have to have the Damascus role to get into the fucking channel. So link them. It's not hard. And if it's too hard for you, I've written a guide with pictures, because I know that you guys don't know how to read. So I've written a guide with pictures, a step-by-step guide on how to link your Patreon to your Discord. So if you are a Damascus patron and you're not in the Discord and it's not linked up, go to new patron onboarding in the Discord, join the fucking Discord, look at the pretty pictures with fucking arrows and circles and all the bells and whistles you could possibly need, and fucking link them so you're ready. It's going to be Friday at 7 o'clock Pacific time. which is like Tuesday at like 3 a.m. for you Australians. So you can figure out the time conversion, and that'll be fun. And then we're also going to be recording our second Patreon episode tomorrow. So for you patrons of any tier, you can get excited about that. That'll be on the Patreon probably by or before Sunday, maybe Friday.
That'll be a good episode.
And that's going to be a good episode. We're going to be doing nuke tips, right?
Yep.
Nuke tips. Yeah. So if you've been anxious to hear a nuke tips episode, get scammed. And hey, get scammed and join the fucking Patreon. Everyone on the Patreon gets access to bonus episodes. $5 a month, 2 bonus episodes a month for now. We're going to increase the frequency of that eventually. Tell your friends about the Dropshot. So you can get access. That's going to be the next episode. Ace, 5 gifted subs. Let's fucking go. The mad fucking lad, dude. Ace, I appreciate you. And to you 5 lucky boys and girls, I am honored, humbled, and of course privileged. Welcome, everyone. Ace, I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Very much, thank you, dude.
By the way, hold on. Did you see Reagan in the chat?
I did not. Oh, Reagan said, "I got you." Hell yeah, Reagan. Let's fucking go. All right, Reagan, bet. Hey. By the way, for those of you listening, Reagan is young Douglas's glowing bride. She is also young, just like young Douglas. So she's now young Reagan. Figure it out. Hey, young Reagan, let's have the alcohol ready before the episode this time. Because you were all comfortable on your couch with your fucking blanket or comforter over you. Let's not have to go through the whole rigmarole next time. Stock the fridge fucking Friday night. Maybe not, because you might drink them all Friday night. Saturday afternoon, have it just ready to go. And then there will be no, difficulties. But I appreciate it, Reagan. Thank you. And Ace, thank you again, dude. So now we're going to get into a fan favorite section of the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast, iTunes reviews. If you leave a 5-star review on iTunes and say whatever the fuck you want, I'll read it. Literally anything. Like so. Silent but sticky, change it. From your fan, Silent but sticky. Okay. Hey guys, just found the pod and I'm loving it so far. Good luck. Hopefully it keeps growing. Okay. That's kind of cryptic. So far. I'll keep that in mind, Silent but sticky. I would hate to disappoint Silent but sticky. But hopefully we can keep providing you 5-star entertainment, and I appreciate the review. This next one says it's from Drifter. I suspect it is not actually from Drifter.
No, I would imagine not.
I would be surprised if actual Drifter logged into his Apple account and wrote a fucking run-on paragraph review of the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast. But nonetheless, this is from quote-unquote Drifter. Drifter says, hi. And if that wasn't obvious enough from those 2 things, he restates it again. Hey, Razinon, it's me, Drifter. I got the fucking point, bro. Okay, hi. You probably know me. I'm kind of famous. Winky face, K. A friend of mine recommended this podcast. Who? Swag? Suck me off. I actually kind of liked it and went back to rewatch episodes. I just have one problem. You seem to go on and on about exclusive Ace, yet you have not mentioned me once. I'm going to be honest. I don't know his content, and I don't think I've ever seen it. Have you, Tanner?
I watched 1 or 2 of his videos. I've seen him more on Twitter than anything. That's about it. The
name sounds super familiar, but I can't say I've watched him on YouTube. I'm not saying his content is bad or anything. I just literally haven't seen it, but I don't watch that much YouTube anyway. Exclusive Ace is just a copycat of me. Okay. A knockoff. I am a fucking god. I am the OG. COD would be nothing without me. This guy's a real Drifter fanboy. How come you don't watch my videos, which are far superior, without a question mark? Every time I stream, more people watch than the population of your entire state. Also not true. California. When you stream, your KD is higher than your viewers. That's a pretty sick burn. Just because his name starts with exclusive doesn't mean you can only watch his videos. That was pretty clever as well. If you apologize now, I might show you mercy and not end you. Anyways, love the podcast. Okay, Drifter. Well, Drifter. I appreciate the 5 stars. You fucking imposter, dick rider. Maybe I'll check out Drifter's content after this, if I remember to, which I probably won't. Next one is from Buckslaya. The title of this review is very interesting. Pizzagate. Look into the Pizzagate conspiracist theory. It's called a conspiracy theory, by the way. You won't be disappointed. Hit me up on Insta if y'all want to play Warzone at zombie_504. Okay. Pizzagate? Dude, you better watch your fucking door for Hillary Clinton. She's going to hire a hitman dressed in a FedEx uniform to come summarily execute you on your fucking porch. Anyone following the assassination of the judge of the fucking Maxwell thing?
Yep.
Any Deutsche Bank executives in the chat? Don't extrajudicially murder me. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks, Buckslaya. Zerosio Khan, retired extremely dangerous. MLG 2013. Okay. Zerosio, aka Zerosio Khan. Too many AKAs. AKA SCX Lethal with 2 E's. Change all of them. Former Shadow Company gaming captain here. If you want a COD pod, Jesus. If you want a COD pod that isn't all about the CDL, then you found the right place. True. These guys actually know most of what they are talking about. Rude. Evident by the fact that even Mr. Modern Warzone, aka Young Douglas, occasionally finds himself on the pod. Will admit, though, found these guys by complete accident while looking for the World War II soundtrack on Spotify. That is genuinely surprising, actually. Someone's looking for a COD World War II soundtrack and they found us. I'll take it, though. Any SEO in the chat? I have listened to them ever since and haven't looked back. If you enjoy them, then join the fucking Discord and Patreon. True. And as always, stay humble. Well, Czar, I've seen you around quite a bit, dude. I am honored, humbled, and privileged for this glowing 5-star review, dude. Thank you. It is much appreciated. This next one is from Scott Judge. Great content, great show. This is It's Da Pickle. I'm so glad to have found your podcast, thanks to It's Da Olive. I spend a lot of time driving, and it's a refreshing listen. Do you drive in your pickle suit? Just curious. You guys really do a great job with the content. It's informative, funny, and entertaining. And now for a very humble but shameless plug, that is the point of these reviews. Go to It's Da Pickle on Twitch, YouTube, and of course, Pornhub.
Yikes.
So, also known as Pickle Hub. So, yeah, this guy named It's Da Pickle, he streams Call of Duty, and he literally wears a pickle suit. And it is fantastic content. It is very original, engaging content. His name is It's Da Pickle. So on Twitch, it is its_DA_PICKLE. It's Da Pickle. But if you just Google him, you'll find all of this shit. Make sure you give my boy a follow, because that is one of the most original things I've ever seen. Tanner like DMs me. He's like, dude, go to this channel. And I was like, okay. And I just started busting up, dude. I was like, what the fuck? This guy's in a pickle suit. It's awesome. Anyway, thanks for the review, dude. Much appreciated.
Thanks, brother.
This next one is from Fu Stickay. As per request of the podcast police in all caps. And then he repeats exactly what he just said. Don't do this. Don't do this. If you have a title, you don't need to say the exact title again in the body of the review. Read a book. As per request of the podcast police on Twitter, this podcast is truly one of a kind. In all seriousness, this is my 3rd time trying to write this review, so forgive me. But the first was the best by far. Apparently, Apple did not enjoy. Run-on sentence, I know, read a book, Keck W. Any Keck W's in the chat? Also true. Let's see here. Anyways, Casey and Tanner are truly one of a kind and are quite the dynamic duo. These guys help me get through my work shifts on a daily basis. The banter these guys give is the absolute best, along with their extremely honest takes on COD. We all know this game is complete garbage. So let's support these fine gentlemen and hope that next year will bring more prosperity to this vibrant and extremely humble community, closer than Tanner gets. And then you can find this person at Lustin_Gemkey. So his name is probably Justin Lemke, and he switched them around with some kind of anagram. Read a book. So at LUSTIN_JEMKE/Noggin Chaser. So you can figure those things out. But Justin, I appreciate the review, dude. And the 5 stars, of course. And I'm glad you've been enjoying. Let's see here. Almost done, boys. Almost done. This next one is from Bango West. Change it. Am I too old? Gents, I came for the tips and tricks to get better at Warzone. While I'm not getting any better at Warzone, rip, I stayed for the outstanding content and banter. I love seeing you guys grow this pod and rooting on your success. This is interesting. I'm 46 years old. Could I be your oldest listener? It's possible. It is possible. It's actually possible. You're the oldest one that I know of. Bango West, change it. If you call me a boomer or whatever the fuck you kids refer to my generation, I swear to God, I will crawl through Casey's leaky internet pipe and choke you out. Well, if you get on your knees to start crawling, are you sure you're going to be able to get back up?
Holy shit.
You fucking boomer. Kidding. Keep up the good work and living out your dream with the Dropshot, the #1 up-and-coming podcast in gaming podcast. Peace. Well, Bango West, you're not too old in my eyes, brother. And this review was very vibrant and youthful and exuberant. So you're staying young at heart. And I appreciate the kind words, sir, Mr. West. I appreciate the kind words, dude. Thank you. This next one is from Alyssa Ashley. I bet, is this another Tinder match? You fucking gullible monkeys in chat. You gullible gibbon apes.
Any Lisa Connors in the chat?
Fucking idiots. This one's from Alyssa Ashley. Love you guys is the title of this review. This is It's Da Olive, who's in the chat. Fantastic. I was so thrilled to have heard about your podcast. So this is actually a real female, by the way, unlike Lisa Connors. I don't think I ever knew how in-depth this game could get. You guys break it down to build us up, helping all become better players. I'm still waiting on Olive to stream in an olive suit, by the way. What's with this scam?
Yeah, get scammed.
What is this scam? Pickle where It's Da Pickle is a pickle suit. Why isn't It's Da Olive in an olive suit? Skamazed. A little upset about it, but that's fine. You guys break it down to build us up, helping all become better players. You guys are noticed and appreciated for your work, shockingly. You guys are going places. Keep it up. Pickle and I will always be watching, listening, supporting, and loving from Chirac, also known as Chicago, Illinois. Now for a very humble and less shameless plug, check out It's Da Olive on Twitch after Raz Tanner and the Vaping Viking, of course. And then in true the first female listener reviewer fashion, she left some emojis.
Yeah.
Which is a first for the drop shot.
It's a first.
Winky face, a heart, and then the lips, the kissy lips thing. Love you guys, Olive. So that is It's Da Olive on Twitch, ITS_DA_OLIVE. She has been streaming more BO4 than anything from what I've seen. Very, so if you watch this podcast and you've had your fill of cynicism, pessimism, vulgarity, debauchery, degeneracy, and you want to like kind of get a palate cleanser, It's Da Olive is a good one. Still Call of Duty focused, but much more positive, upbeat, optimistic, full of life and hopes and dreams, which is you're just not going to find any of that on this podcast. So check her out. And Olive, I appreciate the very nice review. Thank you very much. And then last one, I'm not reading the name. Change it. Supka is the title of this review.
Yikes.
Which is appropriate for your dumb fucking iTunes name. Bro, this podcast slaps, But on the real note, like our education system blows. Hey, based on the caliber of this review, I would have to agree with you. Our education system does blow. To produce people that can write a review of this tier with a name like yours. So, JJ, thanks for the analytics, It is much appreciated. In all seriousness, I do appreciate it. But change your iTunes name. Jesus Christ. Makes me deeply upset. Mullet-proof, 100 biddies. Let's fucking go. Let me catch up on chat here real quick, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast. Anything interesting and exciting in chat here, Tanner? Pritch says he's Australian and he's been to 15 NBA games. Okay. I've been to more. West Coast liberal elite. What else do we have here? Any Beatles listeners in the chat? No, hopefully not. Doug is the Ted Nugent of COD. Elk, that is fucking funny. That is actually pretty good. That is pretty. You know who Ted Nugent is, Tanner?
Of course I do.
Dude, that's pretty funny. I like that comparison. I really like that comparison. Where's the IRL coffee hangout? We're working on it. TwitchCon 2021. So does that make me a mod? I don't know what you're referring to, Viking, but sure, I'll mod the fuck out of you. Done. When's the Aussie hangout? Yeah, good question. We're going to need some more liquidity in the Dropshot LLC. So
I'm down to go out there.
Let's see. All right. So let's get into oh shit, Beer Monkey with the Submarino. Let's fucking go. Thank you, dude. Honored, humbled, and of course privileged. A lot of support tonight. And if you were listening for the jingle, Beer Monkey, I appreciate you. Here it is. All right, so first up, we got a little bit of a playlist update. This happened yesterday. This is a good playlist update. Class, if you can draw your attention to the screen. We have in multiplayer, 3v3, snipers only, reinfected ground war, shoot the ship 24/7, which is taking us back to sixes, and it is shoot house and shipment 24/7. Cranked, which is a very fun playlist. Super fun. Yeah. Cranked basically is like you get a kill and then you have to get another kill in 30 seconds or you explode. But but while you're cranked, your movement speed is fucking insane. And your reload speed is too. And then regular ground war is back. And then for Warzone, we got quads, trios, duos, solos, and plunder quads. And then this weekend, stimulus duos. And stimulus for Warzone means if you have $4,500 on your person and you die, you will automatically redeploy. There is no gulag. So that is the playlist update. And then there's some other dumb shit in the store that no one fucking cares about. God, the store is so bad in this game. It's dog shit, indeed. Wow. Okay. It's the Pickle with the 10 gifted subs. Let's fucking go. Jesus, dude. Pickle. You fucking mad lad. Wow. 10 gifty boys, dude. He's giving me the fucking the glowing 5-star review, the 10 gifted subs. Damn, dude. Pickle, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support a lot, dude. 10 gifted. That's a lot, man. I am honored. I am humbled, and I am, of course, privileged, sir. Pickle, I appreciate the support, dude. Thank you so much, man. And once again, check him out. He wears a fucking pickle suit. Go to his stream right now. Watch some highlights. It's fantastic. It's fantastic content. Claptimus! 5 gifted subs. Let's fucking go. Hell yes, Claptimus. Just fucking piggybacking, dude, with the 5 gift arenas, Claptimus. Always here, always supporting. Not necessary, but always appreciated. Clap, I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much, man. Much love, brother. Claptimus, Pickle, everyone else. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. It is appreciated. So now let's move on here to patch notes. Now, there are no patch notes, in fact. But does that mean there were not changes? Of course it doesn't. Therefore, courtesy of, you guessed it, Exclusive Ace, we've got some stealth changes. These are just the Rytech AMR, though. Basically, I'm going to show you some graphics. I'm just going to explain what this is. Before the patch, the scope was like zeroed for like 300 meters. And now they've zeroed it for 100 meters. So you would actually have to aim like below people and your bullet would land higher than your reticle was. So they've fixed it now. So now the Rytech AMR scope will shoot bullets where you expect them to, in about the same way that the AX50 performs. So you have to aim above the head a little bit based on how far away they are. The Rytech's going to be the same now. The bullet velocity did not change. It's just that the scope zeroing distance did. So that change was made. And then also, here you can see the AX50, the HDR, and the Rytech now, all at 100 meters. So as you'll notice, the AX50 and the Rytech, you have to aim at like the same spot to get a kill now. So if you're used to the AX50, the Rytech will perform the same way. And then also, I remember we were talking about this, so I wanted to share this with you guys. Someone had tweeted at Joe Apricot, just curious, but is the Rytech sniper supposed to only crack armor with headshots in Warzone? Joe Seacott said that is a bug and a fix is in the works. It is still not fixed for now, but this is at least confirmation that the Rytech AMR should be a one-shot headshot in Warzone, but it isn't right now. So, Tanner, do you think it's going to be a decent sniper once they fix the bug and that it's possible, once it's possible to one-shot down someone that's full armor in Warzone?
I think it could be, but to actually land that headshot, you know, it's like usually the person has to be standing still anyways. It's not often you get like a moving headshot. So I still haven't used the Rytech AMR, and as I've said before, I'm never going to use it, and I don't care. I don't ever see anybody using it in anything whatsoever. So I think HDR will still be king, it seems like.
Don't you use an AX50 though?
I use AX50, I like it better, but everyone else prefers the HDR for the most part.
Interesting. I could see it being pretty fucking good, dude, honestly. I mean, it's semi-auto. You haven't used it that much, though, so it's hard for you to say, I feel like.
No, yeah.
But, I don't know. We'll see. Once it gets bug fixed, we'll maybe see more of it. But like Tanner said, it's not like headshots are super common anyway. So, yeah, I guess we will fucking see. Jesus Christ, chat has been nuts today. It's the Olive. Let's fucking go. And Dirty. Let's fucking go. Dude, my throat is actually hurting. Jesus Christ. Olive with the 5 gifted subs. Dirty with the 5 gifted subs. Slivo with the 500 biddies. Let's fucking go. Fuck it, may as well. Holy goddamned shit. Wow. Wow. Insane. Olive, Dirty, Slivo. What's up, by the way, Slivo? How's it going, dude? Holy shit. Boys and girl. Very much appreciated. Jesus Christ. I don't know where this is coming from today. But you love to see it. Thank you guys so much, man. Fucking nuts, dude. 10 gift arenas. Olive, Dirty, and Slivo. I appreciate it, guys. Really. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. I hope I can continue to provide you with some value. Very much appreciated. So now let's move on to the bulk of this podcast, which is going to be news and upcoming changes. So first of all, the Red Door. Cue spooky music. COD 2020 internal alpha, the Red Door, appears on the Xbox store. So apparently, there's something called the Red Door by Activision on the Xbox store. It requires a code to download and play the game, and it is apparently restricted to devs only. Why would they put it on the store if it's devs only? Don't know. And there's basically no way to download it outside of getting one from Activision, apparently. Some people have gotten in, but if you get in, the only thing you see is like a loading screen that says like Call of Duty on it. That's all you get, even if you are able to crack it.
Yeah.
I saw that. Did we go
so
over
it is
this?
confirmed Call of Duty. I don't remember. I don't think so.
I don't know if we did.
Did we?
I feel like we did, because I remember this cringe yikes reading.
It came out last Thursday, so.
Okay. Weird.
Let's see. No.
The description for the Red Door reads, "There is more than one truth. If you go looking for answers, be ready to question everything and accept that nothing will ever be the same. The Red Door awaits. Do you dare step through it?" I swear to God we read this, dude. Does that not sound familiar to you?
No, we for sure read that, but I think...
Were we just talking in Discord or something?
No, we for sure talked about this, but this thing is dated the 16th. That doesn't make any sense. We would have not talked about it. I don't know.
That's what's weird to me. So
I don't know.
Okay. Here's one theory. This internal alpha listing is most likely appearing as the studio and company wants more employees and QA testers to test out the new title. With COVID and offices closed, having to put up internal alphas is how they can test the game extensively internally. That actually kind of makes sense to me. Do you subscribe to that, Tanner?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense when I hear it that way. So because it's like, why else would they put it on there? It doesn't really make any sense. But that, since they're not all in an office together, I mean, yeah, how else would they do it?
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I guess so. It's weird. Ah, man, it's like such a big risk that they could get hacked, but I guess they don't really have another choice. So that's interesting. Yeah. This next one is also kind of weird. This has had a bunch of code names, and one of them is Black Ops CIA, which is interesting. So they were able to get, I don't know, it's another, excuse me, sorry guys. It's another screenshot from the Xbox store, and you can see it says the Red Door Call of Duty Black Ops CIA. Does that give us too much information?
That's such a weird name.
Yeah.
Black Ops CIA? Like what? I hope they don't actually name it any of these things that are leaked, because all the names have been awful so far.
I think it's just going to be just like Modern Warfare. I think it's just going to be Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah.
That's
that
my
makes
guess.
Sense.
That's my guess. But I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I've been trying to think of how CIA could be like, could tell us more. But the CIA does, you know, actual black operations in real life.
Yeah.
All the time. So it's not like terribly revealing. And then here's the loading screen I was talking about earlier. It just says Call of Duty Black Ops. And then there's like some CIA redacted documents in the background, a map, an old looking map. I feel like if someone actually were to dissect this map, you could get a sense for roughly what era this is. Because like the countries that exist in Europe now are not the same as they were in the 80s, for example.
Yeah. I kind of looked at that for a little bit and I didn't see anyone else talk about it. So I don't know if nobody could figure anything out or if just nobody went into it really.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
what is
know.
in the bottom right corner? I can't tell what anything is other than the paper that says confidential.
Well, this says launch site 1. This says control bunker.
Oh yeah, okay.
This says for nuclear warhead storage. I can't read those other two. And then I can't read like any of these country names.
No,
which is
I can't
weird.
either. At the bottom it says something about memorandum for the Secretary of something.
Secretary of like State or Defense or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. So yeah, not much we could gather from that, I don't think. But it is, I don't know, I guess kind of interesting. And yeah, no one's able to get past that Black Ops loading screen that I just showed you guys. So here is another very interesting article. I haven't read this yet. I've just read the title. And I'm very curious to see what's in the article. So, COD 2020 campaign missions and multiplayer maps reportedly leaked, or names of the multiplayer maps. So, that internal alpha got leaked, blah, blah, blah. Now, it appears some users, including Proto Warehouse, have started to actually access the files of the alpha on the Xbox store and have shared some of their readings. So there's a list of campaign missions, not reading them, don't care. But importantly, also, there are some multiplayer maps. There are currently 8 multiplayer maps listed inside of the game files per the rumors. This list does not match up with what was previously leaked from exclusive Ace in his now deleted video, which we covered. So this is a different list of maps, or not all of them match up. There could be more maps in the actual game when it launches, as this is still, of course, in development. So here are the names of these maps. Black Sea, Cartel, KGB, Miami, Moscow, Satellite, Tank, and Tundra. Tanner, any thoughts on this?
It's all over the place. Like, why is there one called Miami, then there's one called Moscow? I mean, it just sounds weird. I'm trying to figure out how Miami would come into play with the Black Ops title.
Miami, drug smuggling from Cuba.
And then the other thing,
maybe
only 8 maps is a little sus. I hope this isn't another Modern Warfare thing where it releases with few maps and they're all dog shit, and we have to wait for them to release an extra 2 maps every month and a half, because that would be extremely unfortunate.
I 1000% agree with you there.
But on the other side, if the 8 maps are actually good, unlike the MW launch, then, you know, it would be okay, I guess.
It would be fine. Yeah, if the maps were good, it would be fine, because then the 2 new maps every couple of weeks would be fine.
And then I'm sure there's not going to be 10v10 or anything like that. It's probably just going to be straight 6s. So also you don't need as many maps, really.
Yeah, maybe. That might be true. So my thoughts here. Okay, like, first of all, there's a map called Miami, which is the name of a city. There's a map called Moscow, which is also the name of a city. And then there's a map called Cartel, which might be a city name, but ostensibly it's not the name of a city. So I feel like at least some of the, like, Moscow is probably a placeholder name for a map. Might be a remade map that takes place in Moscow, or that it is in Moscow. Maybe not. Maybe it's an original map that's in Moscow. But that and Miami strike me as placeholder names in the files. And then a map like KGB, it could be the name of a map, but honestly, I think all 8 of these are like placeholder maps. Now, Satellite, isn't that an actual map that was in a Call of Duty before?
It sounds familiar.
Right?
I'm going to do some research.
And then what about Tundra, too? Was this an actual map?
Icebreaker?
No.
There's a map called Array, which was in Black Ops and Black Ops 2, it looks like.
See? So, like, Satellite could be the code name for that remake, for example.
And there's a big satellite in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Could be that.
Could be.
But yeah, and then these names usually don't mean anything. I mean...
Yeah. Agreed.
They're often just placeholders, like you're saying.
Yeah. There's definitely some theory crafting that could be done with all of these. Like, you could look at all the maps that Treyarch, or that any Black Ops title had that took place around the Black Sea. Was hijacked in the Black Sea? For example? Because what if this was actually hijacked? That would be fantastic, for example. And it also could just be a placeholder name for a very original map. It could actually be the name of a map too. We don't really know. But what these strike me as for sure is placeholder names. At least most of them, if not all of them. But we will see. But that is interesting. And then also there are references to different zones for a potential new map for Warzone, which is expected to carry over to the 2020 game. Okay, the phrasing there confuses me. Duga, Forest, Russia, and ski slopes. So these would be areas of a Warzone map, similar to Superstore, Boneyard, Downtown, etc. I'm going to look up what a Duga is, but any thoughts so far, Tanner?
I'm picturing a like a complete snow-covered map with those names. You know, when you think of Russia, you think of a shitload of snow, forest, ski slopes. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, is it
Yeah,
a radar
for sure.
station?
So a duga is a duga radar, and it literally means curve or arc in Russian. It was a
Interesting.
Soviet over-the-horizon radar system, used as part of the Soviet Missile Defense Early Warning Radar Network. And there were some at Chernobyl, for example, which is pictured on screen. So, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. It's pretty obvious that this is going to take place in Russia, for sure, which tells you almost nothing. The fact that there's ski slopes, though, does tell you that it is an area where there is snow every year. Doesn't mean it's going to be snowing on the map, but it means it will take place in an area where there is snow every year if there are ski slopes there. So interesting.
That's giving me hopes that this map will be more open, like a PUBG map.
Yes.
Let's say, like a forest,
True.
ski slopes, things like that. Versus
Dude, such a good point.
Versus just fucking buildings everywhere.
Such a good point, dude.
Because that's two things people have been asking for. People want snow, and they want 90% of the buildings gone on the map.
Why do they want snow?
I don't know. I've just seen a bunch of people say that. People like snow maps because they're not super common in video games, you know?
Interesting.
Whenever there's a snow map, everyone just loses their goddamn mind over it.
That is such a good point, though, dude, because forest and ski slopes means very few buildings.
Uh-huh.
That is such a good point, dude. And this is for the Warzone map. So this is a really good sign, actually. That's actually a big brain observation. Nice, dude. Very nice. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
And then kind of, if you combine all those and you think like Chernobyl region or something, let's say, you know, the buildings, let's say we're picturing Russia. I'm thinking like a thick forest with large apartment buildings, but not a ton of them, you know, not just covered in buildings everywhere. You're still in the thick of the forest and you got large apartment buildings, stuff like that. So maybe less buildings, but large ones.
Yeah. And definitely not 14 stories high, because there's not going to be a metropolitan downtown area at a fucking ski lodge. So yeah, for sure. Great points, dude. Great points. Yeah, that makes me actually a lot more excited for COD 2020. Dude, all the COD 2020 in general shit has been very, good to me. Like, I've been very pleased with every COD 2020 leak we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
I hope they all come true. I really do. The real Tucker Carlson has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Let's fucking go. Tucker, aren't you supposed to be on a fishing vacation? Tucker Carlson, Fox News, disgraced Fox News anchor. I appreciate the Twitch Prime, dude. Thank you. Thank you.
It's actually the real one
much.
too. It says real in the name.
It says the real one, dude. Couldn't be fake. The real Drifter, the real Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
It's a lot of clout.
Good to have you, Tucker.
The real gaming revolution. So this next video I have for you. This has been interesting, and we're going to talk about it. But first, I just want to show everyone. They've been teasing season 5 of this game. God, why am I burping so much? Of this game by sending like little dumb clips to content creators. So the first one was to Nick Merckx. The second one was to, I don't know. And I don't know who the third one was to either. Doesn't really matter. Young Douglas, aka at Modern Warzone, find him on YouTube at Modern Warzone, has conveniently put all 3 of these trailer clips together for us. And we can expect to see more of these, by the way. But this is everything we have so far. It is in total 18 seconds, all 3 clips. So I'm going to play them back to back for us here. So you can hear a train here.
What?
Nick says August 5th. And that's it. So, Tanner, your thoughts?
Okay, so my thoughts are the first scene, people are trying to escape on a train, and there's, I don't know, there's like some sort of battle going on or something because you see a military helicopter fly over. So I'm thinking, you know, there's like a ground battle going on. Do you notice the timestamp? So the first video is like 10:46 is what it takes place at.
Okay.
When you get to the second video, it's all the way to 11:05, and people mostly think that's the stadium, and there's a bright flash. It's like it's exploding there. There's people are thinking a nuke, a missile,
Okay.
etc. And then the last scene, I can't figure out what that is. A lot of other people were thinking it is stadium destroyed, but there's kind of another bright light that comes at the end. To me, it almost looks like a downed airplane or something on that left side. What do you think of that? That blue and white. I'm picturing it's like the body of it, like a jetliner. What do you think?
I'm looking at it right now.
It's very hard to.
It is very hard to
figure out what that is.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell. I don't know.
My main thoughts on this, though, are that people are speculating it's going to be a nuke because of what's been found in the underground bunkers by Doug. But if we're getting a nuke, we're getting a whole new map. If a nuke goes off on this map, this whole entire map is fucking destroyed. So people at the same time are thinking it's a nuke, and then they're also thinking it's just going to like destroy downtown. Hey, that's not how a nuke works. That whole map is basically getting leveled and destroyed. So if it's actually a nuke dropping somewhere, I think we're going to get a totally new map, which I don't think is the case. So I don't really know what's going on. I mean, I think some large explosion's going to go off. I don't know how it's going to tie in with Stadium, though, because, I mean, we saw those screenshots of Stadium open.
Yes.
So what, are they just going to blow the top off and the stadium's going to be in perfect condition? Like, was that screenshot they posted just a mistake or something? And Stadium was supposed to be open at some point and they just never did it?
Yeah.
It's very weird to me. But yeah, I don't really know what to think about this. I assume we're going to get probably almost one clip every day leading up to August 5th. Do you agree with me there?
Yes. And that would make sense. That's why each clip is like fucking 5 seconds long. Because they probably just made a total trailer of like 90 seconds and they're just going to cut it up every day, which is weird. It's kind of cool that they're helping out all these content creators, but
well, yeah, they're all huge already.
That's
but
another great
they're
point.
Massive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
fair point. So yeah, first of all, if the nuke goes off on this map, they're not gonna, like, there's not gonna be a new map, and then the old map will never be playable again.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone is saying like, oh, they're going to nuke Verdansk and then this Warzone map is gone forever and we'll never be able to play it again pre-nuke, that is never fucking happening. They would not have wasted all this time designing a map and then just never use it again. So if you thought that is definitely not true. There is no way they would design this huge fucking map, put all the loot spots wherever they are right now, go through fucking thousands of hours like making that map. They're not going to nuke it and then never let anyone play it again. That's never happening. So one of two things seems likely to me. Number one, a bomb goes off. Like, three things. Number one, a nuke is launched from Verdansk, doesn't land at Verdansk anywhere. So then, like, the nuke merely being the launch site causes some damage to some location, but it doesn't destroy the map because the nuke doesn't actually land there, number one. Number two, Verdansk gets bombed, but definitely not nuked. And again, if it got bombed with a way less powerful explosive, then it could change the map without destroying it. And number three is, like, the nuke goes off to some other place that is not playable right now. Urzikstan, for example. And then Urzikstan gets nuked. And then nuked Urzikstan is the second Warzone map. And we could play them both at the same time.
Interesting. Those
are my three, like, possibilities that I see right now. But there's no scenario where Verdansk gets nuclearly bombed and then there's like a new map we play on and we just never play on this map again. There's no way that's going to happen. That's not how this works.
I just don't see how the nuke plays into it at all. Because I mean, what is half the map you're gonna take damage from nuclear radiation or what?
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we found all the missiles down in the bunkers and everything. Now, has it just always been speculation it's a nuke? Is it just a regular missile?
That's another good point.
Why does
people
everyone
have been
just
saying
assume it's a nuke?
Exactly. People have been saying it's a nuke. Do we know that for sure? I mean, it could just be an ICBM. I mean, in theory, you could put whatever you want into an ICBM. That just means intercontinental ballistic missile. Read a book.
Mm-hmm.
So you could put some pop rocks in there, like, and then launch it. It's just a delivery system. Now that is often, or that can be used. You can put fucking depleted uranium in there, or I don't know. I'm not a nuclear physicist, but whatever. You could put a nuclear warhead on it, but you could also not, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, with the very first trailer that was sent to Nick Merckx, he got it in a package that was a big black rook, which is a chess piece. It's the chess piece that can move all the way forward or sideways. It can't go diagonally as many spaces as it wants. Play a game of chess. And inside of that package was the USB with the trailer and also this message. Quote, "This is Marcus Ortega, Senior Officer, Shadow Company. We haven't met yet, and this box doesn't mean we will, but Shadow Company's kept their eye on you in the AO and decided you were worth contacting. What you've got here is a black rook. As a chess piece, it can do two things, a frontal assault or a sweeping flank. It could also do a swift retreat. So, Marcus, hey, bro, play chess more. The black rook gives zero shits about misdirection or dancing fancy diagonals. A black rook is brute force embodied. That's us." Such a fucking yikes. Shadow Company is called in to clean up the uncleanable messes and take out targets other outfits can't touch. We're a magnet for missions too sensitive to ever get declassified and too messy for those who don't know when to bend the rules of engagement. To put it bluntly, we get the job done. This black rook is a symbol, but it's also a ticket to Verdansk and Mr. Z's doorstep. Find us on landing.
What the fuck?
From Marcus Ortega. And then Young Douglas had a little more insight for us. He says this was sent along with the rook containing the Season 5 teaser for Warzone from Marcus Lurch Ortega, Senior Officer of Shadow Company, the private military contractors who served under General Shepard. So General Shepard was the guy that betrays you. Oh, it just says it here. They carried out the betrayal of Task Force 141, killing Ghost and Roach. So for you lore nerds, you're going to get more out of that than I do, or will. Yeah, Tanner, you have no idea really either.
No.
Yeah. So if you go to @ModernWarzone on Twitter, for you lore nerds listening, he goes, this is where I got those tweets from. You can look at that. I think he has an article up on his website, modernwarzone.com. You can go there and find out more about that stuff too. There's also a guy called Ink Slasher on YouTube who does a bunch of lore nerd videos on Call of Duty, and they're very good. They're very interesting. I actually really like that guy's content because he constructs the narrative for you, puts all the pieces together for you, makes it into a video, narrates, it has the graphics, the evidence, everything. So even if you don't know shit, you can watch his content and it'll make some sense to you. So I would recommend you guys go to some of those places if you're very interested in this, but that is nonetheless the info we've gotten. Anything else to add on this shit, Tanner?
I don't understand what almost any of that means. Mm-hmm. It's extremely confusing.
Yeah, I don't either.
It gives me, I have zero thoughts of what any of that means. I can't even take a guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, brother. I'm kind of with you there.
But so is Nick the only one that received something like that, and then the other two people just got video clips?
That is what it's looking like, yes. Because Nick was the first teaser. He got the first teaser.
Yeah. Okay. So video. I'm wondering if like every 5 people or something they send this out to is going to get another little
Letter.
something like that. Yeah. That makes more sense as it goes on as well. So it would be strange if only the first person got it and just nobody else.
True. Very true. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But it is interesting for those of you who are interested in that. I would be interested in this if I already knew all the lore, but I don't. And it's like, it would be far too much effort for me to learn it now.
Yeah.
But for those of you who are interested in that shit, that would be interesting to you.
At the end of the day, I really don't care. Just give me a new map or change the map.
Yeah, I'm with you right there, brother. Amen.
Hey, instead of taking 3 weeks to send out little 5-second clips to people, maybe just make the map change.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Amen. Fucking men. So, Young Douglas also tweeted multiple reports of new evacuation in progress signs appearing throughout Warzone. There have always been a few on the map, but from what we're hearing, there have been more added. There have been. Read a book, Doug. If you can refute this, please do. Impossible to remember every inch of the map. So according to Doug, these signs have always existed, but there are a lot more of them on the map now. And once again, the sign says evacuation in progress. Now, what that would mean, supposedly, is that an evacuation is required because perhaps there is some kind of attack coming to the area.
Yeah, that they know about, obviously. It's not anything that's a surprise.
Yes. Yes. So maybe the map is getting bombed in some way. This kind of agrees with what I think is most likely. I don't think a new Warzone map exists, honestly. Like, I don't think there's going to be a whole new Warzone map. I think this map will get bombed and some portion will change in some way, and it's going to be largely the same map. I think that's what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
I don't see a new fucking map. I just don't see it in the cards. And an evacuation in progress signs would bolster that point or that theory. The only thing it wouldn't bolster is if this map is getting nuked. I mean, it would bolster if this map is getting nuked, but I don't see that happening for the reasons we went over. But if you guys see these in game, let me know. It's interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Some people are saying there's not more of these signs than there used to be. Some people are saying there are. So I don't know. I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say. Anything to add on that, Tanner?
Nope.
Okay. So yeah, that's it for news and upcoming changes. A couple little unrelated to COD things I would like to go over. This first one is quite interesting. The Dr. Disrespect, has broken his silence on the Twitch ban, and he says we don't know why. So there's a whole article on Dexerto. There's probably articles all over about this now. But according to Dr. Disrespect, he does not know why he was banned from Twitch. And that is basically the entire thesis of this article. Is like, he woke up, he was banned from Twitch, he has no idea why, and that's it. Twitch hasn't told him. That's what Doc is saying. And he was also revoked partnership from Discord. Again, he doesn't know why, is his theory. Tanner, your thoughts on this? Do you even care about this, really? Or
It's just gone on too long that I don't care anymore. Just stream somewhere, I don't care. Like, a lot of us were thinking of some sort of like marketing tactic. But at this point, it actually sounds true. I don't know how he would have no clue why he got banned. That doesn't make any sense. But that's actually what's sounding more true now, because it's just gone on too long. People don't care anymore. How would he get banned from all these places and he wouldn't have a reason? I find that very hard to believe.
yeah, I mean, okay, so I agree with you completely. I almost don't care anymore, because like you're saying, this has gone on too long. At first, I thought it was some kind of publicity stunt, but now that this has gone on for so long, it's like the hype is dying down. So if it is a publicity stunt, he's let it run too long, it seems like. So does he not know why he was banned? No. Of course he knows. Of course he knows why he was banned. So he's just lying to everyone here. There's no way that one of the biggest creators on their platform gets banned and he doesn't know and they don't tell him. There's no fucking way. Maybe they didn't tell him anything. I find that very hard to believe. But even if that's true, he'll know why. Or he'll have a very strong inclination as to why.
Yeah, he did also say, though, he will definitely not be returning to Twitch. He said, I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's confirmed a permanent ban, apparently. So was the last one where he filmed in a bathroom, though. That was a quote-unquote permanent ban. So we see it.
Yeah.
Saw how long that lasted.
True. Very weird, but yeah. Just like you, it's like I'm still interested, but I don't care nearly as much as I used to anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just very weird. Tango, oh shit, 1,050 biddies. Let's fucking go. Hell yes, Tango. Tango, welcome, brother. I am honored. I am humbled. And I am, of course, privileged, dude. I appreciate the support. 1,000 fucking biddies. Let's go, dude. Welcome, Tango, and thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was Nick, Tyler TP, and Jack Frags were the people who got the teaser trailers, respectively. Thank you, Barn. Why would IDub nuke their map with 2 months left in the game? The nuke is the end game event. Maybe, Gift. That's actually an interesting theory. Sorry. Yeah, that's an interesting theory. Like maybe they're teasing this map getting nuked. And they will nuke it when like right before COD 2020 comes out. And then the new Warzone map releases, and then they actually don't. I don't know. I still don't see them scrapping this map even after a year, though. Like, I just don't see them scrapping this map. So, maybe, but I don't know. It would be very interesting, though. It would be very interesting. That clip of his last stream would indicate he knows something. Yeah, low cap, kind of. I don't know what to think of that clip of his last stream, of Doc's last stream, because it seems so contrived to me. I don't know what to think. I just don't know what to think, because maybe it's not contrived. I don't know. I don't watch Doc that much, so it's hard for me to say, because if I was like a real big fan of his, I would be able to tell pretty convincingly whether he was like bullshitting or not, I feel like. But I don't watch him that much, or I can't now. So yeah, I don't know. But just from what little I had seen of him when I saw that clip, it looked very contrived. So. Zerosio, 1,050 biddies, let's fucking go. Hell yeah, dude. Sup, boys? What did I miss? Not much, really, Czar, but it'll be on your favorite podcast app soon. What did you think of my review? Well, Czar, you'll just have to listen back and find out. We did get the review. We read it, though, and we appreciated it, Czar. Thank you. Brother, a lot of it confused us, and you have too many pseudonyms. That's all I'll give you for now, but you're going to have to listen for the rest to find out for yourself. Do you watch the M-Fam tournaments? I don't know what that is. Is that the Nick Merckx tournaments? I would assume it is. No, I don't. Do you, Tanner?
No. I was watching a little bit earlier because Nicomus had posted about how all of them were complaining about cheaters. So I watched Nick's streams for like 10 minutes and they were all talking about how like two of the teams both got killed by the same hacker, I guess.
Oh. Yeah.
So
hacking's as bad as it's ever been. Yeah.
That's kind of why I want to play Warzone tonight too, because everyone is just saying it's constant hackers again. So I'd like to see for myself if that's true.
Well, there were hackers in multiplayer a lot too. I was watching MP and there was, or no. This other guy. What was this other guy's name? Nexus PC. Nexes PC. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a hacker in his lobby too. It was really obvious in his multiplayer lobby.
Yikes.
Yeah. So I think there's just hackers everywhere. Nice anti-cheat, by the way.
Yeah.
But interesting. No, Hidden Chaos. No. By the way, Tango Czar, I appreciate the support, boys. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know, Barn. I don't know. I read all the reviews I have so far, so sometimes they don't go through. If you can see it on Apple, so can I. So Just check there. And then my last point before we wrap up here. Have you ever heard of the Scuffed podcast, Tanner?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever heard of Trainwrecks TV?
Not until today.
Dude, I had known about Trainwrecks for quite a while, but I hadn't really watched him before. But I'm a huge fan of Devin Nash. And I recommend him all the time to people who are trying to start streaming because he has all the fucking data, the big brain and everything. So I watch Devin Nash for I watch him pretty often on Twitch, and he's like the producer of the Scuffed podcast, so he's on it.
Huh.
So then one day I decided I actually remembered to go sub to the Scuffed podcast. It is such good content, dude. The podcast episodes are 4-6 hours long, and it's just a bunch of streamers just talking about current events that relate to Twitch and shit and gaming. Dude, it's good. And Trainwrecks, by the way, I fuck with that dude. I can't believe I hadn't watched him before because I resonate with that dude a lot. I can see why he's popular. He's fucking funny, dude.
Is he PC or console?
PC, but he's mostly like a personality, like a chatting kind of streamer. Not to not to denigrate him or anything. I don't even know if that would be taken that way anyway. But yeah, he's mainly known for he used to do IRL streams with Mitch Jones and shit. But this is the first time I've ever watched him with any consistency. But the Scuffed podcast is fantastic, dude. If you guys like this podcast, you'll like the Scuffed podcast. But it's a lot more about online gaming, Twitch ecosystem kind of topics. So if you're not balls deep in Twitch, you might not like it that much. But they do talk about games and shit too on there. It's just very good. I would recommend it to people that like this podcast. It's good. And it's funny, dude. It's interesting. Unfortunately, it's only once a week, but it is very good. And it is streamed live on Twitch in the talk shows and podcast section.
Oh, okay.
So he's always number one in this section. So Trainwrecks TV, the Scuffed podcast, I would recommend it. It is very enjoyable. And I really like 6-hour long podcast episodes. It's I could listen to one podcast for my whole fucking workday. It's fantastic. So yeah. Anyway, anything else you want to add here, Tanner?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to wrap this up. Go live. What do we have here? What's up, Jackie Moon? Yeah, maybe, Barn. Maybe it was kidnaps for sure. Top 3 podcasts: 1 JRE, 2 Dropshot, 3 Spittin' Chicklets. Never heard of Spittin' Chicklets. I'll have to check that out, Elk. Yeah, I feel like we would get along, Hidden Chaos. But also, not going to happen anytime soon. That dude is very popular. Very popular. But dude, I'm surprised I just started listening to it because I like the content so much. It makes me mad that I just now figured out it exists. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I recommend it to everyone. The Scuffed podcast. It's very good. So. Train runs Warzone with the big dogs like Huskers and TP and owns the fact he's not as good as them. He's awesome. Okay. I think I've seen him playing with Swag before too. And Nick Merckx. Because Nick Merckx was on the Scuffed podcast. And so was J Smooth. And those guys are Warzone streamers, obviously. I just like the content a lot. I just wanted to tell you guys about it in case you didn't know. Because I really like it, actually, a lot. Mulletproof, 100 biddies. Let's fucking go. Thank you, dude. Thank you. No, I'm not a hockey guy. I'm not a sports guy. Hidden Chaos. Train gifted me a sub to a Crowder. That dude is a G. Yeah, he's cool. I don't know what a Crowder is, though. So, anyway, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to go play some Warzone, I think, over on TDS. So, stay here. I'll raid him. Remember to follow me on Twitter at Razinon, Twitch at Razinon, twitch.tv/Razinon, Instagram, RazinontTTV. Follow Tanner on Twitter at Tanner Dropshot, one word. Twitch.tv/Tanner Dropshot, one word. Instagram, Tanner with 4 R's. And if you have Amazon Prime, make a Twitch account, link your Amazon Prime account to it in the settings, and then you will be able to go to Tanner Dropshot's Twitch channel and subscribe with Twitch Prime, which will be free for you. And it will give money to Tanner. It is included in the cost of your Amazon Prime subscription. Once a month, make sure you do that. Also, find the Dropshot on YouTube. I post the full video in stunning 1080p high definition video. I also cut out clips for you to share with your friends for particularly important or funny little sections of the podcast. And then we also have our gameplay breakdowns on the YouTube. So search for the Dropshot or for Razinon on YouTube. You will find the YouTube channel, which is in my name, Razinon. Subscribe to that. Smash the like button on all my videos. And you can find video versions of the podcast there, as well as, again, gameplay breakdowns and clips for you to share with your pals. Join the fucking Discord. It's in the show notes. It is also conveniently linked for you in the Twitch chat. And then also consider joining the Patreon. $5 a month, you get 2 bonus episodes per month. And then there are also $10 and $20 a month options that provide additional perks and benefits. Go to patreon.com/thedropshot, one word, for more information on that and what little perks you can get from each tier. But every tier gets bonus episodes. So $5 a month gets you the most shit. We also have a merch store where we sell fire merch. I will be adding more merch to the merch store, by the way. I'm going to read a book and keep that in mind. Just the text, no emotes, no branding, no logos. It's just going to be those phrases on them. I'm going to add those to the shop soon. So make sure you bookmark the shop, and I will be telling you guys when those are up. Rate the fucking podcast 5 stars on iTunes. And please tell your dumb little friends about us. That would be very kind of you. And lastly, a very special thank you to our Damascus patrons: Adam H., Face Squire, Gift Curse, Jake W., Jimmy M., Mr. Matt Dad, Mr. Salmonella, Rain Man, Sandstoner, Slivovitz, Sniff Sniff Hambone, Change It, To Kill Us a Rocking Bird, Von Trapp, Zerosio, and Jay Pritch. And an extra super special thanks to our one and only Obsidian patron, the Vaping Viking. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support as well today. Actually fucking insane, especially for a Wednesday. So for everyone who is subbing, gifting subs, giving bits, coming, chatting, saying hi, it is all much appreciated, much loved. Mullet proof, 100 more biddies. Let's fucking go. Thank you, dude. Thank you, everyone, again. Mullet, especially, always showing up. Have an excellent evening, boys and girls. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.